Now, coming back, part two, to addressing where we both went wrong instead of pinning everything on one person. And I'm coming at it from the view of when a relationship does not work. Once again, we break our own heart. We send our own self through unnecessary heartache because of disobedience. We send ourselves through the headaches and trials and tribulations of a relationship that we knew was not good. Now, sometimes we'll be in a relationship and it's all good at the beginning and in the middle and in between, and then towards the end of it, things happen. But once again, doesn't mean you have to react or respond to it. But things will happen that will cause relationships to end. But the thing is here is to address where you both went wrong, not just pinning it on one person. Maybe both of you need to sit down and have conversation and say, you know what, this didn't work. And yes, at first it hurt. It was trauma to me, but we need to address where we went wrong so that we don't go into our next situation or our next relationship with the same traits and characters and making the same mistakes. So once again, when we are in a relationship and things do not work out the way they should, instead of pinning all the blame on someone else, and flesh tends to do that. Flesh wants to blame this person and that person for everything that didn't work out in our lives. But we have to stop giving everybody power over us, because number one, we are the ones who have power and control over our feelings, and our emotions. No one else has that power. We have the power of how we feel. No one else. Someone may do something or say something to cause your emotional flesh to respond in a certain way, but doesn't mean you have to react. Doesn't mean you have to accept that. Some things you just have to let go and move on and said, okay, it happened. It is what it is. What did I learn from this situation? Where do I need to grow? Maybe there was something within me that allowed this situation to happen because I needed to learn and I needed to grow. What is it so that I can move on? So we have to try our best. And I know it's hard. But we have to let that ego know, like, hey, you are not going to have dominion over my life. You are not going to rule over my life. Ego will get us in a lot of situations that we should have never been in. And we have to start being more attentive in the spirit and to the spirit, and allow the Holy Spirit to lead, guide, and direct you in all things. And then act in the spirit of obedience. When the Spirit say don't get involved, don't get involved. I don't care how long you've known that person. I don't care how that person makes you feel. I don't care what that person is doing for you at the beginning to make you think and believe that this could possibly be it. If the Spirit say don't get involved, don't get involved. If there are red flags, pay attention. If there are unhealthy behaviors that you notice, whether it's with you or between them, don't get involved. Heal before you move on. Get yourself together before you move on. Because one thing about it, when you are healed and you are whole and you are leaning not on your own understanding, but trusting and depending on God, guess what? You're going to attract that same like spirit. Now, yes, some people, they have the gift of healing, and so they attract broken people. But if this is you, you have to realize when this is an assignment versus this is your flesh wanting to just be involved, or thinking that, oh, God sent this person in my life. Yeah, he sent them in your life, but it was as an assignment, not for you to get involved and then you become take on their brokenness and you become broken. And we have to stop downplaying our worth and value. I don't care what it is. You know what I noticed? We will get into relationships and situations and do things that we know we would not do if it was someone else. But because we want to please this person and we want this person to see that, hey, I'm the one for you. I'm the good thing. I am the best one for you. I am the one. We will do things that we know are out of character. We will do things that we know that is out out of pocket for us because we're trying to prove ourselves. And if you're trying to prove yourself to someone else, take a look in, because there's still some brokenness, some unhealed areas in your life that still want to be accepted by others, that still want to be seen by others, that want to be loved by others, that want to be cared for by others. And I understand childhood issues are a beast. But those are issues we have to learn how to deal with. As I say, you have to challenge your truths, challenge those things that you learned when you were younger and growing up, whether it was from generation of family, from church, from schooling, from your environment. Some of those things are not who you are. And because you were in that environment doesn't mean you have to make it part of who you are. And so, once again, when I want to go ahead and cut this out, we're already at 16 minutes, 2 videos. When you find yourself involved in a relationship, whether it's a relationship with a significant other, with a friend, with a family member, with a co-worker, when you see that something is not working out or it did not work, let's try looking within to see where did we go wrong, because maybe we violated ourselves, our spirits, and we violated what we know we should not have been involved in, and we ignored the signs because of flesh. So once again, let's address our issues versus wanting to always point the finger at somebody else and make them address their issues. So peace and blessings on this Saturday afternoon. I'll probably be adding more to this, and I'll probably be commenting more and having more thought to this. But if you have a thought, go ahead and add it below in the comments section. I would love to hear what you have to say. You can like, share, or say you don't like it or you disagree. Whatever it is, go ahead and share with me. Peace and blessings. Have a great Saturday.